Hi, we're gonna be making all butter crust for our pie.
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we need 1 cup of butter, and you're gonna take it and cut it into little squares. So unwrap it.
Oh, okay. I want to cut it through the wrapper.
Okay, so go ahead and cube it up, now that it's unwrapped, into little cubes.
Like this, and then cut it into tiny ones?
Yes. Do just 1 stick at a time is fine.
All right.
Okay, let me show you really quick so we can forward through the video. Okay, so cut this into like 6 pieces. So cut it in half and then cut each of those into thirds and put it on your extra plate here. Very important to have super cold butter when you're making a pie crust. So we're gonna put this plate in the freezer when we prepare the rest of it.
All right.
Okay, so now that we have all of our butter cut, we're gonna put this plate in the freezer while we get the rest of our ingredients and everything ready. You want it to be very cold. You don't need it to freeze or anything. It just needs to be cold. Okay, so we're gonna be doing this in the food processor, which makes it a lot easier. We're gonna do, to start, you're gonna do 1.5 cups of flour. And you want to scoop it in with the wide part of that spoon there. You don't want to scoop it like that because it'll pack it too tight. So use that, use this here, and scoop it into your cup.
Like this?
Yeah, put your cup over it. There you go. Yeah, scoop it in like that. And then you're going to use the flat side of that, the handle side, to smooth it out once you have it full.
That handle side?
Yeah.
No, still needs like 1 more scoop.
Let me see if I can get around and help you there. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Perfect. Okay, so that's half, and we need 1.5 to start.
I'm gonna need 2 more of these.
So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a teaspoon of the salt.
This is salt?
That's sugar.
That's
I measured out the
this
sugar
is
for you, yeah. Teaspoon of salt. Now, if you're doing a savory pie, you could definitely do a little more salt.
But because since we're sweet.
Right, because it's sweet, we're gonna do the tablespoon of sugar in the crust. So go ahead and put that bowl in there. That's the tablespoon of sugar. Just pour the whole thing in. It's okay. We're gonna blend it. We're gonna blitz it right now.
Yeah.
And that's gonna mix it. So then we're gonna put the lid on. Can I do this with 1 hand? There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so go ahead and hit, yeah, turn it on, and you're gonna just pulse it like 4 times. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna get that butter that we had. Bring the butter back.
I got the butter.
Okay. You're gonna put in half the butter.
Wait, how do I know how much is half? Do I just
You
estimate?
just guesstimate. It's all going in there, so it's not like we already measured it. So just half, kind of spread it out around it. And what we want to achieve is little pearl-sized beads of butter through the whole flour.
That looks not like half. Oh my goodness. I dropped a piece of butter.
That's okay. Okay, go ahead and leave it there.
Okay.
And again, we're gonna pulse that. Oops, make sure that closes all the way. Pulsing, you're just pressing it for like 1 second and letting go, pressing it for 1 second. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and stop. And now you can see, so far you can't really see any butter chunks or anything.
Yeah.
If you reach around in here, you can start to see there's little bits of butter forming. That's butter just coated in flour, and that's what we want. So now what we're gonna do is put the other half of your butter in.
So just put all of it in now. Butter. Don't fall everywhere. Just into the food processor, please. All right.
Okay, and then you're gonna put 1 more cup of flour in.
Oh my goodness, it's so big.
Just
One more half cup or 1 more cup?
A full cup.
A full cup.
Yeah, we want 2.5 cups total. This will make 2 9-inch pie crusts. We're only using 1, so the other one we're gonna freeze. We can freeze it up to 3 months. Good. Yeah, sprinkle it all over. Yep.
And now, so we're like scooping it, but I can get a big scoop and then smooth it like this.
Just make sure you're not packing your flour. You don't want it packed. You
We don't
want it
want
nice
to
and
press,
loose. Yeah, if you press, you're gonna get too much in there and your pie crust is gonna be too dense. We want it flaky.
All right. I love flaky pie crust. That's how you do it.
Okay, so then we're gonna put the top back on here. Ninja failsafe. Okay. Okay.
More
So
pulsing?
now we're going to pulse it again, but just hit the chop button. There should be a chop button on the front. I don't know if you guys have these fancy. There we go.
There we go.
And let it go.
Now it'll do.
So pulse it a few times until it looks like it did before, where those little tiny butter beads are all through the flour.
All right, that's the end of the chop. Do we open it and check?
Yeah, we're gonna open it and check it. We don't want to overdo it because we don't want, there it is, there's a butter chunk.
Here's a
Okay,
little
how
piece
nice.
of butter.
Yeah, perfect. So put the lid back on, and now we're gonna add, this is where it gets tricky and you kind of have to know what to watch for. We're gonna add 5 to 7 tablespoons of ice cold water, and it's just ice water. Make sure you don't get the ice in there. When you scoop, you just want water. We're gonna, this is where I love the food process.
Tablespoon
We're gonna
or
take
teaspoon?
it right through this little chute, a tablespoon.
Tablespoon. Okay, just double checking on this one.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit that chop function and then pour in 1 at a time. Let's do the first 3 tablespoons, okay?
Press.
Yeah. So,
There we go.
or if you have a pulse option, there you go. Pour another one in. Yeah, go ahead and do 4. Wait there. Do another round now of the pulsing. What we're looking for is we want it to
chop.
Chop. We want it to pull away from the side and start to look like dough, but we want it to be really loose. So go ahead and do that. Okay, go ahead and let's do 2 more tablespoons of water. There we go. You can see it starting to pull away right here at the bottom.
Oh, I do
it's
see
starting
it.
to form dough.
We're gonna get it.
Okay, so press the chop feature again and do 1 more tablespoon and let's see how it comes together. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. See how it's all pulled away and you can see it's kind of a flaky mess in there?
Yeah. Sort of.
It took us 8 tablespoons today. It could be that it's super cold in my kitchen. Ooh, that is like really cold dough. But you can see it's
that's how that works, though.
Very loose still. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put down some paper and we're going to form this into a ball. And then you wanna chill it for an hour in the fridge. And then you're gonna bring it out and let it come, like give it like 10 minutes on the counter to come to room temperature, and you can roll it out to use it as your dough. Now, like I said, this makes 2, so you can break it into 2 originally if you wanna freeze one and put it away, or you can put the whole thing away if you're making multiple pies or if you need a pie with a top. Okay, so once you push it all together, you get all those crumbs you can see on my paper put in. You want to go ahead and, like I said, you're going to refrigerate this because you want that butter to re-solidify. You want it to get really hard again so that it melts while it's baking. You don't want it soft before you bake it. And that's it. So this one I'm going to wrap up and I'm going to put in a freezer bag and pop in the freezer for another time. And this one we're going to put in the fridge and we're going to use it for our pie later.